Hi, and thank you so much for popping by. My name is Bita Pobaluzwi. Feel free to call me Bui. Another point, or something that I've picked up in this current presidency, and also in the campaign leading up to this presidency by President Duma Boko, is that there seem to be three main populations um, that he came on the shoulders of. The three populations that steered him into this current position as president of Botswana. One of the key populations is obviously the marginalized populations, right? The youth in Botswana, a very key population. Another key population that I think Duma Boko is going to need to be conscious of, people who feel a sense of ownership towards his presidency and a sense of ownership over him, are the Botswana private sector media, the media in the private sector. There was a press conference, an initial press conference that was held in this first week of his presidency, and you could literally see the tension between private sector media in Botswana and government enclave. And this is a relationship that is going to need to be mended. This is a relationship that is going to need deliberate and intentional strategies to make sure that he heals the rifts that were caused. And honestly, to be fair, when it comes to Botswana private media, I can understand where they're coming from. Um, they've risked so much to report about opposition, right? If you know the history of how tense relations can be between government and private sector media, you will know that they have every right to feel a sense of ownership. But I hope they don't forget that, as president, his focus is not only on the media, he has so much on his plate. And therefore, if they can also have some sense of consideration. I'm only saying this because of the tensions that I observed in the press conference that was held in this first week of his presidency. So I say this to say, I think he has an opportunity to fix this gap that was created between private sector media and the government, to heal those tensions that and the animosity that is clearly visible between the government sector and the private media in Botswana. And as an opposition member, as a former opposition member, he's now part of the ruling party. Duma Boko himself, we used to say this very publicly on his Facebook page, how disgruntled he was by government media and the way in which government media was so focused on giving airtime to the ruling party. And I hope he doesn't forget this now that he is the ruling party. I hope he remembers to work on managing, or whoever is going to be put in that position, to ensure that they are able to create an environment that is conducive for private sector media, the access that they need to government. There's a lot of healing to be done in that relationship. So the third key population that I think is coming with him in this presidency is the disgruntled members of the Botswana Democratic Party, who obviously also voted for him. As such, these three populations, the marginalized voices, in this case the youth, the private sector media, and the disgruntled members of the Botswana Democratic Party. These are the three key populations that I feel he's going to really need some key strategies to make sure that he takes them along in this journey, that they don't feel left out or left behind. And because they definitely have a strong sense of ownership over him. All right, my friend, I hope you're having a lovely day where you are. But most importantly, I hope you're having a healthy day wherever you're watching me from.